Marriage traditions in Ukraine. Hi guys, as I said earlier, each and every girl is dreaming about one thing, about perfect wedding. And what is the best way to do that and how not to spoil it? This is our topic for today. So we're gonna discuss how to make this important day for you as a couple the best day in your and your lady's life. My name is Ivanna. Welcome to a new episode of Ukraine Life. And today we're discussing marriages and marriage traditions in Ukraine. What are the most important parts of it, and what needs to be done not to spoil the wedding in the eyes of your fiancé or girlfriend or already wife maybe. Okay, so we're back live here in Sumy, Ukraine, and for you not to forget, we're going live every Wednesday, Thursdays and Fridays between 6 and 7 a.m. New York time, and on Saturdays and Sundays they're going to be live between 8 and 10 a.m. New York time, and Vita's Ask Vita live is between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. New York time as well. So you are welcome to prepare for your questions. She will be live tomorrow, and she will be glad to answer all of them. And also, for you not to forget, we have our Seattle phone number, that is +1 206 801 1371, and again +1 206 801 1371. And you are very welcome to call this number 24/7. One of our coaches will be glad to answer your questions and discuss your problems if you have any. So getting back to our topic, marriage traditions in Ukraine. We already discussed important symbols in marriage during the process of wedding and the beginning of the process itself. Like before official part, there are a lot of traditional things that needs to be done. And actually most of traditions in Ukraine, like most of marriage traditions in Ukraine, are based on experience that was like gathered centuries ago by not our parents, but parents of our parents, and so on and so on. So, and most of modern traditions, of course, they were modified due to modern word changed traditions as well, but most of them are still very relevant and very authentic actually, and there is no more symbolic traditional event in Ukraine than a wedding. It's full of very important cultural moments, very important traditions, and it's not comparable to any other event in the life of Ukrainian people. So maybe only funerals, but still. Okay, so coming back to the wedding process. After the groom and the bride finally reunited, after all those tasks and buying out the bride and everything, so after that, they can finally ask for parents' blessing. This is the process when parents are creating a new couple, like with a karavai, as I explained earlier. It's a big bread on the rushnik. Rushnik is embroidered towel in a red color embroidered, so that symbolizes love actually. So, and they are meeting them with this karavai on rushnik with icons sometimes, and actually the process includes, like, the couple is asking for a blessing from their parents, and of course they are giving the blessing to them, because if it went to wedding, they already are giving their approving for this marriage, you know. And actually in Ukraine there are a lot of like before marriage traditions. For example, we have one that is called сватання. Сватання is the process when first of all, of course, the man should propose a woman, and after that he should come to her parents' home to ask them for approving. After this is one process, it's called сватання. When he's coming, and early in Ukraine, like maybe in 18th century or early and later sometimes, there are two types of answer. When the girl is bringing out from the house rushnik, it means that her parents agreed and she agreed to be his wife and all is good, and he's taking this rushnik to the wedding and everything is well. But sometimes with the tikva. So in the case if something went wrong, or if she doesn't agree, or her parents don't allow her to get married, maybe she's too young for it or something like that, there was a tradition to bring out a pumpkin for a loosed fiance actually. So once he's getting a pumpkin, he understood that something went wrong, that he got rejection. So another part of before wedding process is parents meeting, like when bride's parents and groom's parents are meeting to each other. That is always also very important process, because parents are always caring about their kids, and they need to find out from what family are you from. If you're a good person and from your parents, it's always you can see like what kind of family you're from and how well you're educated, how you behave and everything. So this is always also very, very important process. They are meeting to each other. They usually agree some moments, for a wedding. For example, usually on this parents' meeting, the date of wedding is agreed between them and the couple actually, and the main points of wedding are agreed as well. So they are discussed and agreed. So after that, the preparation to the wedding is starting actually itself. So, but getting back to the point where a couple is already on the day of marriage, when they are ready, so blessing, they are asking for a blessing from parents, and parents are giving them blessing. They're kissing icons or something like that. That is a process actually more for religious people. And after that, they're going to the registration office, and they are getting married officially. Of course, these official parts include as well some traditional points. For example, like, as I said, standing on rushnik, when a couple is making like symbolic first step in their new life. They are standing near each other, and then when rushnik is behind them, they are just making a step, and there is an amen that who is making the first step, like first, who is touching the towel the first will be the leader in the family. So, and some more traditional actions, like for example, they are breaking glasses from where they drink champagne, and it shows if they are breaked, they just putting them on the ground, heavily they drop them on the ground, and if they broke, that means that it's like just a good good beginning for a couple, that their life will be happy. So there are some traditional aspects in an official procedure as well. After that, they are going, as I said, for very, very long photo shootage. They are going to beautiful landscapes or specific places in the city. For example, in Sumy, we have some places that are with painted hearts, or connected to some legends about love or something like that, or connected to some stories, where all couples are trying to make some photos on their wedding. So And sometimes it's funny situation when you're walking on the street and you, as I said, couples are getting married on Saturday here in Ukraine, and sometimes near such places there is just a queue, from the couples, who are trying to make some photos near such place, and it looks funny. So like 4 brides are standing in line in queue to this place, so that's sometimes funny. Okay, after that, actually the ceremony of just relaxing becomes, so they're just having rest, and they usually go into some restaurants or some places like near the river or something like that, if the weather is good, if it's in summer, of course. And actually it's very popular nowadays in Ukraine, the ceremony of official marriage outside. So you can ask the registrator to come to any place in Sumy. Of course, you should let her know about it before, like months in advance. When I applying for marriage, you need to let know, like if you need registration inside of the department. There are some beautiful places inside, like they have a big hall and everything. So but sometimes you can ask marriage to be registered outside. For example, if you have a place rented like near the river or near the beautiful lake or something like that, you can ask the registrator to come there, and all the ceremony will be done there, nearby your place, with all guests, of course, and parents and everything. So they just after official ceremony and after photo shootage, they are just celebrating their marriage, and there are some traditional points in it as well. First of all, the ceremony of dance of father and the bride's father, actually. It's very touching tradition when the bride is dancing with her father and saying him some words like thank you for upbringing and protection and everything, and then her father should bring her to her new husband, like new just her husband, and he is giving her hand to hand of her husband already, so he's just given the responsibility of her protection on her new husband. So after that, there are as well some traditions, like for example the covering the head. It calls the covering of head. Almost in the end of the ceremony, groom's mother need to pick out the veil from the bride and cover her head, with a specific material. We call it like platok. So it shows that a woman is a wife already, and she came to her new family. So there is also a ceremony of girko buvin. So girko means I don't know why it's called us in this way. It means, but it's not like sweet, but it's just wishing some sweet moments for bitter. It means bitter. So it's like a wishing for new married to kiss, actually. So if someone is starting to shout girko, couple need to kiss, and it can be really boring tradition, because during the wedding someone can start shout girko, everyone is starting shouting girko, and a couple needs to kiss, so have to kiss, yes, and it can continue like a lot of times during the wedding. It's something crazy, actually. And then there is a very interesting tradition of stealing of a bride or a bride's shoes. So during the wedding, a couple of bride's friends are trying to talk to her new husband, just to take his attention, and someone is just stealing a bride from her place where she was, and they are hiding her, and then the groom have to find her, or if he cannot find her, he need to pay for her coming out, so bride's friends are needs just to paying out, this again the process of paying out the bride. So, or someone from guests, when they already are drunk a little bit, they can try to get under the table to come to the bride and steal her shoes. Usually bride feels that, but not showing any reaction, like okay, that's a tradition, so she's the shoes are stealing, and then again the groom should suffer so during all the process, so he should pay for her shoes or make some tasks to get them back. So guys, here we are discussed all the points, traditional and official points of Ukraine marriage. If you have any questions, you're very welcome to write them in comments, and maybe or our next video will get you'll get answers on them. We'll just check your comments, make a list, and then answer them. Don't forget, please, to subscribe our channel right there in right down corner. So, and we will be glad to see you as our subscriber. And I'll see you tomorrow on our next streams. Have a great day and stay tuned to stay with us. Bye bye.